This video will go over the best way to test for leaks in your sample draw pump system. In order to do this, you'll have to have a piece of hose on both your outlet, which is the one closest here, and your inlet. And you will also need your outlet connected to a flow meter that has been opened all the way up. In order to test for any leaks in the sample draw system, it is best to plug the inlet and make sure that the flow meter goes to 0. You can do that in a couple of different ways, but I always recommend using a plug or holding your finger over the inlet. In this example, we will use a plug. Insert the plug into your inlet. Make sure it gets all the way in there, and verify that your flow meter does drop to 0. It's also important to watch your digital display on your SEC 3120 and make sure that also will drop to 0. There is a low flow warning that can be triggered. The condition is when the pump reads that it is at half or below of its set flow rate. In this case, that is 0.4 liters per minute. So once it gets down to below 0.2 liters per minute, it must be there for 1 minute, and then it will activate a low flow warning. And that will be indicated by a code 52 on the transmitter. So as you can see, the flow is now dropped to 0. And shortly we will see the low flow warning. There is the low flow warning. Code 52. Now we will unclog the inlet. You can see we have flow through the flow meter. The warning has gone away. And we have flow again reading on the digital output on the 3120. The next way to test for leaks in your system is to perform the opposite of what we had just performed, where we, this time, will plug the outlet, the side closest to us, and measure the inlet, the side furthest from us. Again, in this example, I will be using a plug to plug the outlet, but you can also use your finger if you don't have one of these plugs. So I'll start by inserting this into the outlet. Make sure I get a full seal all the way around. And as you can see, the flow meter has dropped to 0. Just verify that our digital output will drop to 0. Flow, 0. That means everything's okay. I will now go ahead and unclog the pump by removing the plug. And we see that we now have flow, and our flow is on its way up. Again, after you perform this test, it could take anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes before the flow normalizes to what you have set your calibration value and flow rate to be.